Hi folks, this is an update video tutorial in some respects showing how to use the precision landing system in Concorde. Bear in mind, Concorde is not an airliner like an Airbus or a Boeing 737. It's a very different aircraft. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to go about it. What you need for full auto landing is your auto throttle already set and your correct frequency for the ILS that you're trying to approach. This is Heathrow's runway 27 right. DME is 19 miles. We are just on glide slope altitude. You ideally would intercept from below. And when you've got all this set up, auto throttles, autopilots, land. What this does now is takes full control of the aircraft. Auto land is eliminated. It will now start seeking the glide slope and of course the approach path. I'm deliberately offset here. This is real weather. So obviously, you know, it's the UK today, a lot of cloud about, it's quite gusty. So it challenges the autopilot here to show you how well it can do. As I say, Concorde is not an Airbus or anything. You have to be within parameters. Ideally intercepting the ILS more than 15 miles out, and your landing weight should be equivalent to what it should be. Here we've got 25 tonnes of fuel aboard. That's not atypical for a Concorde landing. 220 knots, obviously a lot faster at the moment than most aircraft would be on final approach. But with the aircraft set up, your auto land is eliminated. The nose is set now to the correct position for landing. And so what we're going to do is we're going to watch as the aircraft starts to approach where it should do. It's holding glide slope, good descent rate. As you can see, we're some way off beam, so I'd be interested to see how Concorde handles the turn when it comes up. 220 knots. You can see right over the city of London here. We're just going to drop the speed down now to 210. Drop the gear. Auto throttle's now handling that, gradually reducing the speed. You can see it wobbling. Different gusts around today. Now what I've done is that a lot of aircraft and a lot of airports in Microsoft Flight Simulator do seem to have a bit of trouble with ILS approaches. What I've done is reanimated all of the crucial instruments for essentially very, very high precision. They're much, much more accurate now than they were before. And this does have an effect. According to the SDK it shouldn't, but it does. And it makes everything more accurate. And by applying that, it has resolved a lot of the difficulties that Concorde was having with these kind of approaches. I can see Heathrow out there now. Let's just see how it does when it comes into settling into the approach. 10 miles now. Going to slow us down a bit more. We're watching now to see how well the aircraft handles. Again, it is Concorde, you have to fly it correctly. There are other things to consider in Concorde, including things like this. We'll see if G balance is correct in the parameters. There we go, now we can see it lining up. 9 miles now, good descent rate. The altitude's got to be set correctly, you've got to have the correct pressure in millibars on it for it to track. You're just trying to help the aircraft as much as possible because it's a different aircraft. It does find it more difficult because of that delta wing configuration, the higher landing speeds. It does require the user to make the most of the airplane in order for it to perform correctly. You can see it's lining up really well now. So it's come out from, you know, a good couple of 3 miles of beam. Tracking well, 200 knots now. We'll let it settle in and drop the speed to about 190 and then 180. It's, as I say, gusty weather in the UK today. As you start to get a bit lower, we should find there's more more for the autopilot to do. A little bit of a crosswind from the left there, I reckon. But it's looking good, so let's slow it down a bit more. Angle of attack coming up now. Probably looking for 10 degrees. It's actually coming up quite quickly there as we slow to 190. Still a little bit offline. Concorde fighting the crosswind there. And you can't see too much movement, but it is there. You can see the aircraft's countering gusts and general turbulence. Looking good so far. I think I'm going to leave it at 190 for this approach. Relatively fuel heavy. There it goes. See, it's trying to straighten itself out. It's very good on the glide slope. Now, as we approach finals, land is specifically set up to turn off the entire autopilot system just before touchdown, which gives the pilot control for the manual flare. So it will do that automatically. I don't have to do anything. So I've just got my hands hovering over the stick and throttle ready. Line-up's good now. Very good actually. You can see it's moving about more because of the greater turbulence down close to the ground. There's the radar warning light, alarm. Very slightly to the left. There's the kill, throttles to idle. Little bit of a flare, and there's the touchdown. Fly the nose wheel down onto the runway. And hit the brakes. I actually hit the pause button there by accident. And there she is. Down on the deck. Relatively good approach there. And taxiing off. This has been tested on a few major airfields and works with them all. Can't speak to smaller airfields for a big aircraft like Concorde or third parties. It just depends how well the ILS system has been implemented on those airfields. But I think you can see there that the accurate approach is much better, and it should do it all for you on airfields that have that ILS system available. This update will roll out within the next couple of weeks across all platforms, and it should make your precision approaches more satisfactory. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you in the next video.